Hey there, Ramblers and Rovers, this is Miguel, and today we have a special treat for you. We are going on an adventure into the Sierra Madre mountains here in northeastern Mexico, right outside of the city of Monterrey. This is my cousin Ricky and our friend Jessica. We're gonna go on an epic trek through the Huasteca Canyon towards a little village up in the mountains called El Salto, which is very famous for its rock formations where rock climbers go to practice their art. Follow us on this grand adventure through the Sierra Madre, and hopefully we can entice you with these amazing sights of these majestic mountains so that maybe you too can add this to your bucket list for Monterrey. Let's start going because it's a long way to go.
Ready?
At the other end of the dam that protects Monterrey along the Santa Catarina River, Monterrey is very prone to flooding, and they precisely built this dam to stop the floods from basically wreaking havoc in the city. So from here we're going to cross over into the canyon, and we're going to go all the way down the valley. Kind of weird area of the trail because people come out here on Sundays. It's a Sunday today, and they do motocross or they drive around, little buggies or do horseback rides. So it's a little bit torn up. So we're hoping that as the further away we get from this area, the more we can be out in nature. We're basically going to be following the Santa Catarina River all the way to El Salto, where it's born. So we're just following this river. The Santa Catarina tends to be very dry, but don't be fooled. As soon as it rains, it'll flood. So we just reached this junction here. We didn't know where to go, but the locals have told us that this road takes you to another state, and this one leads us to where we have to go. So always check your map and ask the locals for their local knowledge. How's the trail, Ricky?
Amazing. We've been walking like maybe 2-3 hours. Just feeling great. Starting to get close to the canyon, so we're gonna lose the sound.
You've been to the canyon a lot, haven't you?
Yeah,
How is it?
it's amazing. It's a really special place. When you get there, you'll see why. It's speechless.
Ricky is an amazing rock climber, so he goes there all the time. So of course, when I told him we should just trek there, he jumped at the opportunity. We've been wanting to do this since like how long? Like five years?
Yeah, maybe 5 years
Yeah.
since we first talked about it.
But it's always hot here, and I was never. It was either super hot, or I wasn't here. I was traveling somewhere else, or he was somewhere else.
Yeah.
So now everything just clicked together, and now we're doing it.
Yeah. And just amazing to be here. Look at those mountains.
Wow. So that mountain pass goes towards Coahuila, and it is not where we're going. That would be a lot of walking, a lot more walking. The problem about traveling here in the Sierra Madre is that it is so dry. We've had drought here for the past years, so you don't really have a ton of sources where you can replenish your water, so it really limits your capacity to just move around and backpack. So we're trying out this route. We know different parts of it, we just don't know the middle, which is kind of where we're going into. It does feel like we're exploring and we're doing something new.
We can die.
I think that's the new slogan for our adventure channel. We can die. This could be Spain, or it could be northern Mexico. These rock formations are so beautiful. You can just see the different layers of rock. It looks as though it was chiseled that way on purpose. It's just so beautiful out here. There really is a special kind of beauty to desertic places like this. It really kind of reminds me of like Arizona, or kind of what I've heard New Mexico looks like. But yeah, these are the Sierra Madre Mountains, northeastern Mexico's mother mountain range. So we're about to enter the canyon here. So we're getting ready because with how the sun is, I don't think we're gonna have anything but shade, and it's gonna start getting a little chilly. We're starting to climb up in elevation. It's been a cool hike so far, and I just want to share how incredibly beautiful this whole place is. So much rock. These guys have been just aching to climb the hills at every single wall they've seen. We may die. We may die. So we just reached the end of the line. This is where the road ends and the real trail begins. So there used to be a road that went all the way here, but all these different rocks crashed down at some point and blocked the access. So from here on, it's just rough trail all the way to El Salto. Rest up, Ricky. These formations look as though it could be like something in a church. It is just so insane that nature creates this. It's just there. I really wonder what makes like the rock form in this way. If any of you are geologists or have any kind of knowledge or might have some kind of idea, feel free to put it in the comments below and share it with the rest of us. I'm just fascinated. So we just found this strange horn in the ground. I have absolutely no idea what this is from. Wow. This is our campsite so far. So we're camping right next to the rocks. And we have our tent here. Just gonna wait till morning. You hear nothing but a couple crickets, the occasional call of the birds, and any sounds we make. I really needed this. It's amazing. Just a little bit of silence. I don't even want to put music or anything. I just want to listen to everything. They go into the peanut butter. We're already sipping our teas and starting our fire. It's a little early, but we just decided, you know what? We just made such good progress, such good time. Might as well just stay and just enjoy a nice night out camping. The tea acquired like a smoky taste from all the ash that fell into the water. It's actually pretty good, like really, really good. It almost tastes like a fine tea. We're making wild rice. We brought everything for ceviche. So the perfect camp food. I can already smell the spices. When you are in your house, you have so many distractions, so many different things calling for your attention. But when you're here, you have one thing, and that is cooking, or you have these minute tasks. So it just kind of surprises me how fixed we are, how fixed everybody is on the food, and it just kind of really reminds you of what really is important. Really savoring the moment as you're like super tired and hungry, and the food is nearly ready, and you're just smelling it. Oh my god, it just makes you feel so human. How's the food? Yes. You like it, Ricky?
Yeah.
Perfect. What a chef. 5 stars. Next Anthony Bourdain. You can really just enjoy simplicity. It's beautiful.
¿Está comiendo una manzana?
A ver. ¿Dónde está?
¿Se panchó todas las manzanas?
No.
Nomás una.
¿Dónde está? So that was a cacomixle that was coming after our food because we just piled it over there, and of course all the little critters are out to get it. So we actually left a bunch of food out there, and now that we looked over, there's no apple. We left an apple there as an offering, something you can take so that we can keep the rest of our stuff. I never thought we would see it. I don't know what you would call that in English. I'll put it here in the description below. But insane, such a beautiful, beautiful animal. The stars are just coming out, and it's not even late into the night. It's quite a promising trip so far. So the cacomixle just dropped the apple that it stole. So we're putting it right there. It's not shy, so that it comes up and we can see it eat.
Sí. Yo sí pensé que le dejas una nuez y a cambio te lo comes.
Ahí está, aquí está atrás de nosotros. Good morning. It was a long, long night. But what just happened?
The cacomixle stole our pot.
So the cacomixle came back in the night, and we heard banging, and it made off with our pot, and we're trying to find it up in the mountain here, see if we can get it back. We're starting to wind our way down these trails. A couple of different times I had to cut through with a machete because there's different horse trails, cattle trails around here, but it's very easy to get confused, and you have to just kind of cut your way out of it. But we finally found like the riverbed, and we're just following it for a couple hours today. We made good progress yesterday, and now we had a late start, so we have a lot of catching up to do, but it promises to be another fun day. At least we left the cacomixle behind, and he can't steal our food or water or our pots anymore. We've been trudging along this river rock for about a couple of hours. The mountains are starting to change here behind us. It's so beautiful. The vegetation a little more foresty, so I think we're getting in elevation a little bit. We're running pretty low on water. We actually came up with an irresponsible amount of water. So, but more than enough to get to where we're going. A couple times we lost the trail, and we just ended up finding it again. no biggie, you just follow the riverbed. But sometimes it just closes up and you can't really make out where you get to pass through. And sometimes you get thorn bushes and stuff like that. It's just incredible that anybody settled in this area of the world. It's just so dry and inhospitable. So we're up here in the mountains. We just came through this high mountain pass and we're gonna come out towards El Salto after a few more curbs, probably another 2 hours or so we've been saying for the past 4 hours. But we're nearly there. Just look at this astonishing sight. There's just no way for a camera to capture it, but it is just such a sheer rock face, and it's so beautiful. These are the gates to El Salto. So after this we have a few more twists and turns to go along the river before we reach our destination, but you just can't get a sense of the scale of the mountains here. And that's considering we're already very high up in the mountains, and these are just the peaks. Everybody should do something like this every now and then, at the very least. You know, just go hungry, be cold a little, be a little uncomfortable, walk until you're tired, but go out and seek these grand views and have these incredible adventures. These are the kinds of memories which you will look back on when you're old. I'm just speechless. Just no words are needed. This is the El Salto waterfall, but as the river doesn't carry water anymore, or at least not until it's really rainy, there's no water here, but still like a mesmerizing image to see. So we can actually hear voices of people coming down towards this end of the canyon. And it's so weird because we haven't heard anything but the sound of our own voices for 2 days. So I can imagine people coming off of a longer trek, like how it would feel to hear somebody else speak, like after days and days out in the middle of the wilderness. It's just kind of how primordial it feels like when you do hear somebody. Well, it's incredible to think that we came from all the way out there and now we're here. I just have a real love for places that make me feel small. And this place certainly does. So we've reached El Salto, and this is the end of the road. It's been an amazing journey through mountain and desert, but now it's time to find some good tacos and hopefully a ride home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment if you want to come here, if you have any questions, or just to say hi. Just drop in and say hi. I won't mind. Until our next adventure, adios amigos.